Hello everybody, this is Gregory with How I Lost Over 100 Pounds and I've kept it off for 30 plus years, where there should be no hesitance in your weight loss and in your weight maintenance. Today I'm just going to talk about how do I keep the weight off in a very succinct episode. Now before we begin, if you need help with weight loss, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. Also check out my books, they might help you on your weight loss journey as well. And if you appreciate my content, there is a link for PayPal. So I'm going on 32 years with the weight loss, and my waist is 34. I'm 6'2". I can still run pretty well. I'm in decent shape. So how do I do it? And I'll just tell you, like, there's no secret mystery. The number one big thing is do your best. You're not perfect, but to disassociate emotion from your eating. You have to eat like a dog. And also do the deep work to untie whatever disorder relationship you have with food. I mean, that's the central thing. But that's more the theoretical, that's long-term. How do I do it day in, day out? Well, I think a lot of it is just routine. I wake up really early. I take a morning walk with my dog, 1.5 miles. And it's nice. It's like I do it really early, and I love it when it's like dark and cold. It's like the whole neighborhood's to myself. Then I do work on the morning when I'm fasting, and I alternate. Some days it's just full cardio, and other days it's straight training mixed with a little cardio. I do that pretty much every day aside from Sunday. Sunday I like to do the dry sauna. I try to do the dry sauna as much as I can, but I don't live in a town that has the dry sauna, so I have to go into the big city to do it. And sometimes I'll do it on Sundays when I go to church on the way back. But I work out every day. And then I take an evening walk as well. I fast until 3 o'clock every day. It's not a big deal for me because I've been doing it for so long. And I try to have a 4-hour eating window. I try to be in bed by 9 o'clock, and I try to get at least 7 hours of sleep, especially me since I have a history of insomnia. This is important. And I try to keep my stress down. And part of keeping my stress down is staying off social media. I post and ghost, as that term says. So I'm not on Reddit, I'm not on YouTube, I'm not responding to comments on Facebook. I minimize and reduce the little stress. Of course, the big stress, a lot of these things you can't control, especially if you're dealing with children or your wife or your husband or your ex-wife or ex-husband, work stress, all these things. But the things that you can control, and remember, you can control these things to a certain extent. You can't control how somebody acts towards you, but what we can control is our response to them. Eleanor Roosevelt had a great line. It says, nobody can make you feel bad about yourself without your consent. So we can control what we can control. We can't control the other people in our life. But when it comes to like the little stressors that we don't think about, social media, always being hooked to the phone, watching horror movies, all these things release cortisol. And so for me, what works for me is reducing all these things. So like I'll watch rom-coms and comedies and boring documentaries and history stuff because this relaxes me. Soccer relaxes me. I don't even put up the volume. I just like the flow of the game. And I just try to live a very Spartan, minimalistic life. And this is what works for me. I'm not saying it's going to work for you, but I would tell you like some of the things I do would work for you, like daily exercise, of course, fasting, disassociating emotions from your food. All these things are long-term tools that will work. And I think just living a Spartan minimalistic life, don't underestimate the importance of sleep and lowering your stress when it comes to your weight loss. And most importantly, you got to do that deep work and disassociate your childhood trauma that caused you to have a disordered relationship with food and break that cycle. And the best way to do that is you got to go to therapy, do the deep work, and recognize it. Guys, post in the comments. I love to hear from you. What works for you? Until next time, take care. God bless and pray.